All right, well, joining us now to discuss this even further is Belarus activist Masha Zabara. So, Christina says that she fears for her life. Is there a legitimate reason for her to be scared?
There's always a legitimate reason to be fearing for your life when the dictator in question is a person that arrests and threatens people for things as minute as the color of your socks or the linens that you put on your balcony. Christina questioned very serious authorities in the eyes of Belarusian government, and those are sports authorities. And sports, just like in the Soviet Union, in Belarus, are a very sensitive point of national pride. So when you question authorities in that way, you question the entire system of authoritarian regime.
Okay, so who is really the most upset with her here, right? Because the state media seems to be saying that the Belarusian public is, you could say, disturbed by her lack of team spirit. I mean, that was actually something that was said on public state media. But how does the public actually feel about this case?
I think it's important to differentiate the state media and then the actual opinion of Belarusians, right, because things have not gone hand in hand for a very long time now. People are pretty aware of how untrue a lot of this propaganda is. So I would say there shouldn't be any fear for a huge, massive national uprising against her as somebody who doesn't have the national spirit as her biggest priority, and mainly is just the authorities stirring up trouble. And also both Russian and Belarusian media just writing and filming straight up lies about what has happened, complete false reports. There's been a newspaper that was just published yesterday, I think, where they quoted an athlete from Rio de Janeiro and completely just made up what she said. She has since come out and said she's never made a statement about Christina's mental health or anything like that. So I would say it's the authorities and the media, but not the people.
Now, you mentioned this. Of course, Belarus and President Lukashenko has had a record of cracking down on dissidents, but he's typically focused on political opponents more specifically. What kind of crackdown could we see on an Olympic athlete?
There has already been crackdown on athletes in general in Belarus throughout the last year, and I'm sure throughout the entire 26 years of his dictatorship. These athletes depend entirely, their careers depend entirely on the Belarusian authoritarian regime. So they're constantly in a state of danger. So anything they do has to be very measured and very careful. And here, the difference is that they're not actually inside the country, so they're in less danger to speak up. And I think the coaches in this case didn't account for the fact that social media exists, for the fact that they are on a foreign territory, and for the fact that the Belarusian spirit has gone up very much in the last year because of all of the protests and complete overhaul of national opinion.
Well, I mean, you could assume that if she felt and was willing to post on social media about mismanagement, team mismanagement by Belarusian authorities, she knew that there would be some type of backlash. Do you think that this was an attempt for her to defect from the country that had been planned in advance, or was this just, something that happened along the way?
No, not at all. I think that was a genuine attempt to just bring light to the incompetency of the coaches. And that's something that wasn't directly political, and yet it was an emotional reaction. She's competing with so much vigor, and so much is at stake. Olympics for her. So I think it's a completely understandable reaction to her being put in a race that she was not prepared for, that she was not training to run, that could potentially injure her and end her career. So, I definitely don't think it was a deflection. If it was, that was so indirect that I wouldn't say with any amount of confidence that would have worked. So,
well, quick answer here. I mean, what are Christina's chances of actually getting asylum? We know that she's headed to Poland now.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that personally, because I know that so many countries have been supporting Belarus a lot, and refugees from Belarus and people that are being threatened by Belarusian authorities. So I know that she's going to be fine. I am worried for her family, though, so we'll see how that goes.
All right, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us, Masha. We are out for a quick break now, but when we get back, if you really miss traveling on planes but don't feel safe actually flying across the world during the pandemic, there is